Alright, let's see if shit's opening. Yep. Yeah, bro. That's what's up. Alright, let me get my chat doc back. There's that stuff. Live chat. That's good. My desktop audio. My desktop audio is turned down. Man, everything turned down. Sad about it. Alright, y'all. We'll just finish where we were at. Because I have one more thing I want to go through Carson's.
And it's just,
I think it needs to go with this.
you know, there's been, and then even the police, the LE, and I'm saying stuff I said before, so I apologize. They never really, on their press conferences, gave any information on the case. They were just like talking and saying, we worked hard, we did this. If you thought of it, we thought of it. We are looking at everything. Please send in photos. If you have more evidence, let me know.
Yeah, more evidence, more of that. Yep.
It typically for us in such, you know, that was extremely shallow waters, and that was rare for us to have that visibility.
It's like going through mud. So these are tough operations.
You know, like Paul was saying, it's typically what we're finding stuff in you can't see in, or it would have been found already.
A diving operation like that is really almost like you're going into the water blind, and they're basically searching with hands.
It's very shallow, no current, great visibility.
And tracking underwater is an extremely difficult thing to do.
Well, that was very easy for us to do.
We're appreciative that they were able to come out and locate it. I also don't want to take away, though, from anything from our volunteers, as well as law enforcement that have been out there. I mean, we literally had people swim.
One thing that I keep mentioning is why have all the big channels left Kiely Rodni? That's so weird. Why isn't there any kind of news stories, newspaper, forensic files, 48 hours, Dateline?
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
Shows on Kiely or the Kiely circumstance? Why isn't there shown any kind of substantial proof? And then there's the whole YouTube community as well. Hey, I have some boundaries where I kind of stop just because I don't want to like make anyone in power too mad.
To coordinate one with the other, to communicate one with the other, because especially if concerned about a drowning versus a drowning suicide versus a homicide, and then somebody was dumped, so to speak, in a body of water.
Exactly.
Every single aspect of the...
Look, there's a reason why they had to rip AWP apart, discredit them all. Doug, the one that holds all the answers, is nowhere to be found.
Case needs to be communicated in a very transparent fashion amongst agencies, so that when the autopsy report or any of the as we say in medical school, as we learned in the first year, second year, third year, all the way up through my fellowship and on, medico-legally, if a medical document does not contain information,
Yep.
it wasn't done.
Yep.
So, as much as I love different people and their ideas of what happened, I understand that I don't know what happened. It's just so many things that are wrong that I just think that they're covering up a cover-up.
Yep.
And something else happened. And yeah.
Yeah, bro. Very well done video. This is Jane's journey. Yep. It's my prayer too. Justice for Kiely Rodni. We ain't done yet though. One part that I want to add on to this is the interview with Carson McMasters. So I'm gonna pull this up here. This is what I was trying to do before my computer decided to glitch the fuck out. Let's see. This right here. Yeah, dude. No. Ah, it's loud. It's really loud.
I don't know how else. So a lot of people.
This is perplexed.
Not Kiely. If it was is it new?
Where's it at?
Yeah.
Fingers, not to speculate, but to simply bring more,
Roll any odds are still with me.
Is it here?
Yeah, everybody.
Look, I'll find it myself. That ain't it. Here it is.
And a few days later, maybe help clear up some.
Here we go. Here we go.
They came up empty-handed, and I'm gonna bring in Carson McMaster. I don't know who he is, but hi, Carson. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm actually the executive producer of Adventures with Purpose.
Nice. Executive producer.
So I thought that I could maybe help clear up some information.
Yes, please.
Yeah, he's another one like Doug that could. I mean, he saw the footage. He's the one that helped edit it. This is why I trust what he says.
You guys seem to be a little confused. One thing in particular is like the cash grab. So one thing that I would like to clear up is we release all our videos to members first. And the reason for that is to thank them. Like you can be a member for $5, $25, or however much you can donate. And that's to show like, thank you. That's it. Like all members get the same exact treatment. And then a few days later, it's released to the public. All our videos eventually get released to the public. So nothing's like YouTube Red where people just
I get it.
have to pay.
I
all
get
the
why
time
they
to
do
watch
it
our
the way
content.
they do.
No, we
I
don't.
get
We
that.
don't want that. We don't want that at all. It's obviously to help us and support us.
Yeah.
Being out on the road, because a tank of gas at the RV is really expensive.
Trust me. I know.
Especially
Not on RV, but on my little Equinox, it's killing me. I can't imagine what it's like for 10 of those.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I did a little Dodge Journey in a trailer to start.
Well, I apologize because I didn't know all your videos were done like that. When I heard it was like, I watch their videos for free, and then I hear this one's like got to be paid for. That's what made me make it. But if you do that with all your videos, I absolutely apologize. That was just my thoughts.
Yeah, we do it with all our videos when we can. Typically, we release it to members for maybe a week, and then it's released publicly. With this one, we're only releasing it to members like for 2 days, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
I believe you guys.
I love you, Kenny.
I totally support you. We support you. Our family supports you, and we totally believe in what you guys do. I mean, if we didn't, we wouldn't support you, but we absolutely do, and that's what we said from the gate.
Can I ask you a question since we got you here? Is there anything like, are the police saying there's things that y'all can't say? Or y'all being hushed in any kind of way? Like don't release this yet, or you can release this but don't release that?
I will tell you something in particular in the Kiely video, as I was one of the editors for that video. There was information in there that I specifically left out because I'm trying not to name names, because in the Nick interview, there were sections that it was like, okay, if this isn't the person we think it is, we're potentially ruining his life.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I didn't put my name on it till I was absolutely certain that there was nothing else around there.
Yeah, because they were going to blame Jagger.
Where her location
Nick was going to set up Jagger too.
Sonar, satellite imaging. Because that's what I do. I look, because I'm disabled. So I sit in my house in a studio, and I send it to you guys. I send it to the FBI. I send it to the police department. Of course, both of these two, Dolly and Betty. And I send it to them.
This is their first open case.
Emailed it to you guys, everything on the 16th. The thing that upset me is
absolutely
if people would have paid attention to a smaller channel. then maybe we could have got her out sooner. And we're not talking about Adventures with Purpose at all.
I got one other question.
FBI
Maybe
paid attention to this.
Yeah, let him talk. Let him stock Stone.
Yeah, Stone. Let me ask this. Now, as far as the things that y'all were able to see in the vehicle, was y'all able to see the cell phone, maybe a cord plugged in, key in the ignition, any of that stuff that you could give us information to? Other items that may have been in the vehicle?
There were Truly cans in the vehicle.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Yeah, there were Truly cans, and then the first time Nick looked through the vehicle, you could also see joint rolling paper in the vehicle, which was very odd if you take Nick's story into account. It's like, it doesn't make sense because all he saw was a perfume bottle the day after, supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah, where's the perfume bottle in the car?
And then I saw the Truly
see
can
no
too. Can you
perfume
confirm
bottles.
that she was actually in the hatch?
Oh yeah, in the hatch, 100% in the hatch. It doesn't make sense. Like, and I looked at the interior of a Honda CRV, and the headrest, there's like maybe like 8 inches of space in between.
To fit between it and the ceiling.
Listen closely.
I mean, the only way she could have gone back there is if, she went like floated vertically in that little gap.
That part right there.
That doesn't make sense either.
Because my thought is it's the wind in the hatch.
Oh yeah, in the hatch, 100% in the hatch. It doesn't make sense. Like, and I looked at the interior of a Honda CRV, and the headrest, there's like maybe like 8 inches of space in between.
To fit between it and the ceiling.
The only way
CB.
I mean, the only way she could have gone back there is if she went like floated vertically in that little gap. That doesn't make sense either.
Because my thought is it's the windows. It's that passenger window broke out. It's the back window half.
Well, furthermore, Miss G, he's also saying there's no way unless she swam like this, there's no way she got back there. And it was super dark, couldn't see, and she did all that. No. I don't buy it. She missed all those windows and somehow knew to swim straight back. Nope. Pitch black dark, remember? It's one thing that they kept telling us. Pitch black dark. Nope.
Crack. It just tells me, at least just, I've been wrong about this case from
if she was conscious, she knew that her windows were down.
Car was full of people. I mean, there were at least more than 2, in my opinion.
I know that at the party, her car was a hotspot for people coming to get drinks and stuff like that. And
that's what they told you, though.
Supposedly went to her vehicle to go charge her phone, and that's all I know.
Was there any way to tell what gear the vehicle was in? Because I noticed PIs came out, and a lot of people are saying he's not credible, but he's saying that this vehicle was possibly in neutral.
Yeah. If you look at the video, if you've seen the video, me and Doug, we were watching the video together as it was being edited, and the vehicle's coming out. And
see,
if you look
him
at
and
both
Doug,
wheels, they're spinning. They're not dragging. They're spinning.
It's a neutral.
That's a telltale sign that the vehicle's in neutral.
Yep.
Which doesn't make any sense.
How'd they get in neutral?
If you're driving somewhere, if you're driving home especially, why would you all of a sudden put the vehicle in neutral? The only thing I could think of, if maybe she is intoxicated, is it possibly she's trying to put it in park as like an emergency brake. But like then you have to like press a button.
The transmission would have ceased if it's submerged.
I also noticed on the CRV that the neutral is above drive, and I'm wondering if somebody in the driver's seat was getting out through the passenger window because it was broke out. That maybe they might have hit that gear because it's up, not down.
Right. I mean, it's all possible.
Yeah,
there's so much that you can theorize as to what happened.
That's what Megan was trying to tell us. She kicked it into gear. No. Fuck Megan and all her misinformation. Protect them kids. Now she's trying to say she did it for her own kid. Well, why are you doing it for your kid if she wasn't at the party? Makes no sense.
Drive, and I'm wondering if somebody in the driver's seat was getting out through the passenger window because it was broke out.
Did she give Sammy a little something? That's why y'all paranoid.
It's up, not down.
Might fall on her. I don't know.
I mean, it's all possible.
Yeah,
there's so much that you can theorize as to what happened. I believe
now AWP never flipped the vehicle, right? The police did that.
Yeah, we got kicked off the scene after FBI showed up.
So
So
the
second
drivers
person
wouldn't
said
have
they got
busted
kicked
when
off
they
the scene.
flipped the vehicle.
No, the driver's side window was already busted.
The driver's side, I thought it was the passenger driver's side, like the front.
It might have been the passenger. I just know one of the windows.
Yeah, I've got it
Yeah.
here. I wrote it down. It's the let's see. I've got the back passenger window was halfway down, and
Yeah,
the
she's like a
front
spy.
passenger window was fully broken.
Reports
And when y'all
information
noticed
back,
the vehicle in the water
and then comes back here to muddy the waters.
was the
But she has Freudian slips too, so that's what I'm here for. Is that 5% of truth?
side view mirror still intact underwater, or did that get broken being pulled out of the water?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. It all happened really fast. Like the moment Nick went down, it was super quick. And then it was his first time assessing a vehicle. No offense to Nick, but
Which is really odd.
Would have done a more
that Jared wasn't there, that they appointed a dude that's never done a dive. Like, they did it so out of protocol as well. Like, what is up with all these people doing things out of protocol unless they weren't informed to do it out of protocol? This is what it's going to look like, folks. This is what you're going to edit out. This is how you're going to present it to the public.
full assessment. But it was great training for Nick, as he is a new diver. We're trying to
I'm sure it was really good training.
Teams out on the road.
Yeah.
But none of you guys will ever dive on a live case ever again.
And doing a great job. I have to applaud you guys 100%. And I'm a big supporter of you guys, have for years. So
Yeah, I just learned about you guys not too long ago. So I've been trying to binge watch the stuff to catch up with what you guys do and understand how y'all do it. You know,
it's quite
now,
sad what the community and the elite did to this organization. What they did to a lot of people.
Think about law enforcement when they gave y'all guys the map and said, "Hey, we searched here." How did they overlook something that was just right off the bank like that? Is that common that the police overlook something?
He chuckled right there.
With a newer vehicle, it comes up differently on sonar. 100%. A newer vehicle will give you misreads, and that's because an older vehicle will have sediment built up on the top layer of the vehicle for it to absorb sonar a lot better.
Yep.
So, you know, it's very likely that they could have missed it.
That's why LiDAR would have picked it up. So many of those other deep water scans from the helicopters and airplanes would have spotted a vehicle.
Have sediment built up on the top layer of the vehicle for it to absorb sonar a lot better.
Yep.
So, you know,
they're using top of the line toys, y'all.
It's very likely that they could have missed it.
No.
But it, you know, also places the theory of what if this is foul play, if whoever found out that law enforcement searched that lake,
yep,
if they just put her in there, like maybe after.
Yep, he said it right there. He says it right fucking there.
Layer of the vehicle for it to absorb sonar a lot better.
Yep.
So, you know, it's very likely that they could have missed it.
But
it, you know, also places the theory of what if this is foul play, if whoever found out that law enforcement searched that lake, if they just put her in there, like maybe after.
Yeah, that's what some speculation is. But,
I ain't giving up on that speculation.
We've been hearing about on the internet. You know, I just don't want to believe that children can do something like
you don't want to believe it, but it happens.
It is apparent to me that something else more definitely it appears that
look at the cases out there of friends killing their own friends. Now think of cases out there of a bunch of fucking bully ass motherfucking rich people that would lure a not friend to a party to have a little fun with her. Local, but not in the clique, you know? Our friends are friends of hers, but won't really like that Neiman girl. Lure her to a party. Got a little out of hand, right? Something happened, caused a mass exodus, blocking of the road, jumping on a car with bats on its roof window. Then you look at the damages, Kiely, Rodni, the do not look here shit. It's almost like law enforcement helped you cover up.
More went on out there than
Carson, I noticed you said that you don't think it's possible that the body could have floated back there.
No.
So does that make you lean more towards this is some type of foul play?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go confidently.
Listen.
Say like 90% of me wants to lean towards foul play.
You don't say. You don't say.
But I'm not an expert. I'm simply just a cameraman.
But you have fucking
That's
common
up to
sense,
the
dude.
investigators to decide. The
Yep.
FBI, people who get paid to do that versus me. I just film the episodes and cut them together.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate all the work that you guys all do.
Release the CHP report.
When you said
start a new investigation. Fuck the investigation that was done. A new investigation needs done. Even with the evidence there, it's enough to overturn this autopsy. It's enough to overturn the ruling and then treat it as a criminal investigation.
not to cut you. I'm sorry, Betty. There's a little delay, so I don't mean to keep talking over you. When you say that there was these alcohol cans in there, I mean a rough estimate. So you have a 6-pack in there. So you have a 12-pack in the vehicle. Were they floating around everywhere in the vehicle?
In the section that's.
And that's the thing, Kenny, is they do it all everywhere. Like, it's not too far-fetched to be lured into the woods and your friends kill you. Imagine if they're not your friends.
Blurred, you can see a package of Trulies. So it very well could have been a 6-pack, and then you see cans scattered throughout the vehicle.
Imagine if you're gonna have fun Lord of the Flies style.
So I mean,
at the sanctuary.
I think she's like 119 pounds. So either way,
ain't gonna take much. Yeah, it ain't gonna take much.
Mm-hmm.
But the hot spot, right?
Yeah, she was the hotspot, which doesn't make sense for there to be alcohol in her vehicle.
No, y'all blamed it all on Kiely.
Alcohol, go back to the party, go drink over there.
Right.
Unless they're keeping an eye on this girl at the party and they want to be near her.
Unless they were keeping an eye on this girl and they wanted to be near her. Like following around, stalking her, getting ready to set her up. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be real funny. And then she didn't make it. And then a panic ensued. Was that the senior prank? The final hoorah of the year before you all went away to college? Protected your college education by lying? Obstructing justice?
Been a 6-pack, and then you see cans scattered throughout the vehicle. So I mean, I think she's like 119 pounds.
Okay, hold up.
I just filmed the episodes and cut them together.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate all the work that you guys all do.
We do.
He's smart. He's smart.
Not to cut you. I'm sorry, Betty. There's a little delay, so I don't mean to keep talking over.
I think him and Doug could destroy a criminal investigation.
Yeah. When you say that there was these alcohol cans,
he knows what he saw.
I mean, a rough estimate. So you have a 6-pack in there. So you have a 12-pack in the vehicle. Were they floating around everywhere in the vehicle?
Executive producer.
In the section that's blurred, you can see a package of Trulies. So it very well could have been a 6-pack, and then you see cans scattered throughout the vehicle.
They set that little girl up.
I think she's like 119 pounds. So either way,
it ain't gonna take much. Yeah, it ain't gonna take much.
But the hot spot, right?
Yeah, they can, Jamie.
Yeah, she was the hotspot, which doesn't make sense for there to be alcohol in her vehicle, because people are gonna take the alcohol, go back to the party, go drink over there.
No, they don't, Jamie.
Unless they're keeping an eye on this girl at the party and they want to be near her. And
When
she went to the party with her best friend Magdalene, and then Magdalene left the party early
because she was
to go be
scared
with her boyfriend, and then that's when she met up with Sammy. And then Sammy's just a party friend, supposedly. Like, this is just what I've heard. So they're not like best friends. So they would come in contact every now and then separate, go do their own thing. But pretty much, Kiely was there alone at a party of 300 people. She's 119 pounds, like 5'9". Like, it's just not safe, especially if there's drinking and drugging involved at this party.
And especially if she's
now,
around.
When I was on the bank of that war.
Especially if she's around with a lot of people that think she's the outcast, the weird girl, the one that doesn't belong at Tahoe Truckee school events.
water. Did you see any signs on that beach of any type of car that could have went in the water? Was no tracks,
Nope.
no dip in
No,
the
no
dirt,
tracks.
nothing.
Me personally, no. I can't speak for everyone else on the team.
But did other vehicles riding out there? Could you see those vehicles leaving tracks out there?
With the dirt being so hard, and Doug says that in the episode, it's harder to see tire tracks, especially 2 weeks later. You know.
So in reality, if say kids did
You'd see it at the line of the water meets the peninsula.
Chances of seeing footprints on that beach would have probably been next to nothing. You probably
it's there, but the ground was so hard that, I mean, like, you step there and the wind blows maybe a couple days after, that's gone. That footprint, that tire track's gone.
Yep.
And receding the water helped.
They kicked us off scene to do investigating as to tire tracks, footprints, any sort of evidence that they could find.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still at awe at how they I keep trying to tell people, don't beat up on law enforcement. We need to be thankful that law enforcement
law enforcement felt
worked with you guys. They didn't have to do that. But I keep wondering how they missed this, because even when you guys did the drone footage, when I went back there, you could see it clear as day.
Right, you could see it. You could see it so clear, and that's a big question that media is telling the entire public is, how did a rookie sleuth dive team?
It makes you wonder if Sammy wasn't on Molly that night.
Come in just 2 days and find her when law enforcement, 19 different agencies couldn't. And the simple answer is that they're looking. Or
was she completely sober?
Once or twice a year.
And watching Kiely, because they were sharing the same cups.
Versus us, we're doing it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
We have the experience, and then sonar is very new. It's adapting every day, every year, where it's not necessarily a thing that's standardized and taught, and it's not people don't go missing in their county every single day where they have to.
They do it in that fucking area.
Thought about training the police and using.
But that's the thing, is what they don't want you to realize is their ability for search and rescue, being it's the fucking Sierras, that's Tahoe, where avalanches happen. Like, they're prepared for this shit. They're prepared for the snow and people going off roads. And the highways where the vehicles drive off the road. Mack trucks drive off the road. Like, it happens all the time. Where people get lost in the woods. Or go rafting and go up missing. 2 fucking weeks. Something ain't right. Yeah, it's odd that Mags left after 10 minutes.
The type of technology that y'all use, because I noticed that I thought that the police
type of technology that AWP uses, this search and rescue team is far past what they do with their helicopters and their airplanes. They may not be as advanced with how to read fish finders, but all the other technology they used, yeah, day fucking one, look for tire tracks. Wasn't done.
A little credit away from you guys.
They knew the last ping was at Prosser. They knew to look there. There was no tire tracks. Why not? Maybe because the car wasn't in the water yet.
That's just, because they didn't want to feel like they got just overplowed by, like you said, some people off YouTube, and they kind of took credit for it. Like, yeah, we shared information that nobody had with AWP.
Yeah, so I don't think the car was there yet, CB.
Did the police give any information that nobody else had?
I know Doug was working closely with the sergeant.
Hi, Cher. How you doing, honey?
To see if he could find any new information, but that doesn't stop our search tactics.
Yeah,
we're going to search all the bodies of water of the area and then make a 5-mile radius. But in this case, we did a 10-mile radius just because if you live in a
and look, the target location is also what bothers me too. The target location that they were given and what they branched out from, that's also concerning.
Rural area, 30 minutes ain't nothing. I live in a rural area and I got to drive 30 minutes into town, so that 5-mile radius doesn't apply to every single case.
Yeah.
Yep.
As far as credit goes,
I'd like to know why AWP chose the target location they did to map out 10 miles from it.
No,
the
honestly,
radius.
it doesn't bother me if law enforcement decides to take credit. We only have one goal, and that's just to find Kiely or to find whoever we're looking for.
That's my goal too. That's all I care.
Now I know y'all were working 3 cases in the California area. The Jolissa case.
Fuentes. Yep.
And I seen y'all had searched. I started following y'all right before that, and y'all had searched, and no luck in the lake when y'all searched for her. Who is the third person that you're looking for in California?
See,
Well, that's the thing, is it doesn't take 18 agencies to cover it up. All it does is take one local agency to take the information for a certain family or families, because they're a part of the community. And just, if you make that information disappear within the community, then it doesn't get out to other agencies. If there's no information, no reason to investigate it as a murder, they have you thinking it's an abduction, all these other things, giving you the runaround, just like they give everybody else the runaround, I think it's a lot of tomfoolery going on.
I am not exactly sure, because after the Kiely Rodni case happened, they needed an editor to edit these 2 days. So me and our editor, Cade Big.
Oh, wait. Him and his editor, Cade Big?
Right before that, y'all had searched, and no luck in the lake when y'all searched for her. Who is the third person that you're looking for in California?
See, I am not exactly sure, because after the Kiely Rodni case happened, they needed an editor to edit these 2 days. So me and our editor, Cade Big, we basically sat down, bunkered up, and then tried to get this out as fast as possible. And so all the other cases,
you and Cade Big both saw the underwater footage.
Guy Devin, and then Josh and Doug,
Devin,
and Nick, they went and continued their trip while we bunkered down and tried to finish this.
Okay, I got you.
Do you guys have I know that you're one diver. He's new to it. I can't imagine what he saw underwater.
Yeah.
Too. Do you guys, get some kind of counseling to help deal with the stuff that you guys see on a daily basis?
No.
Yeah, no, but we have such a good support system just with each other.
That's a lot to do.
A lot of times you'll see in comments, it's like, make sure you hug each other, make sure you guys are doing mentally. We're all doing great, all mentally. We recognize that this is a job. One case in particular that really got to me was the Jed Hall case, and that one was really just disheartening and heartbreaking. But besides that one, we're all there for each other. We all understand that this is a job and we have to be professional.
Sure.
Yeah, I had watched one that was similar to this too, with a young man that was at a party and he drove his car into the lake, leaving the party. I guess they were out there driving high speeds, and he had I guess he was missing for like 7 years. He was in a Jetta or something on y'all stuff, and I was like, wow, that's similar. They were out there at a big party. He leaves and just drives into a lake.
He's like, nah. Carson's like, nah, no. Carson saying no.
Had to go around a big curve.
Not the same.
Before it even straightened out to go to the lake. And if she's that intoxicated, how did she make it around them trees, them curvy roads?
This is an important. Yes.
And then straight into a lake.
Yes. And I'm so glad. Look. And it's crazy that after all this remember all these people started getting discredited, like how people were going after YouTubers and shit for speaking on this. It's because they had Carson on their show, and Carson shed a lot of light on this.
Lake. And if she's that intoxicated, how did she make it around them trees, them curvy roads, around that bend?
What? The volume for both you and the video you're playing. What about it? It's a bit low. On my end, my volume levels are incredible.
And then straight into a lake.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like a drunk person would have hit the first 3 trees backing out.
Right. She'd
have never made it in the lake.
Go out of the way to get to that spot that she was
at. She went out of the way.
Again, you really just don't know until
they went out of the way to put Kiely in the water.
One other question, because I know bodies, they say, underwater can be different depending on the temperature, depending on fish, what got to her.
You're talking about
was
the decomposition process, right?
yeah, the decomposition process. Was she in a recognizable state? Is what I, was she really bad?
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks. It's nothing, compared to some other unfortunate cases we've been a part of.
She was recognizable. Did you see him shake his head?
She
Yes.
was recognizable.
She was recognizable, and then he verbally backed it up.
No, 2 weeks. It's nothing, compared to some other unfortunate cases we've been a part of. And she was recognizable.
Okay.
What was the most challenging
He is the
obstacle
executive.
with the Kiely Rodni case that you can think of?
Challenging obstacle, just the fact that this was new. This was new for all of us.
Yep.
The fact that she was missing only for 2 weeks and then we decided to go search. We've never had much of anything like that.
Yep.
Being 16
You guys got
years old,
set the fuck up.
just graduated from high school with high honors.
Got set up.
Going to med school. It's an unfortunate circumstance.
Oh, she was going to med school. Look, this is what he was told. She was going to med school at UC Santa Cruz. I wonder if she talked to dad. And I want to know why mom says a different school. Like, between the parents, they can't even get straight, like, what school she was going to go to, which is crazy to me.
We've never dealt with cases like this. We've always took on cases when the family knows, hey, they've been missing for this time. We know they're gone. Just please help us. Please help us find our missing loved one. But when it comes to this, families are still going through the grieving process through denial. Like, I hope she's still out there. I hope she comes home. I just want to hug my child.
Yeah.
And then to bring those answers as to your daughter's not coming home.
Yeah, and I want to bring one more thing up. So there was this investigator that was out there with you guys that goes by SF Investigates. Now he's been putting a lot of crazy rumors.
Oh, is this the Twitter guy?
The Twitter guy, yes. I want to bring up to you about the Twitter guy. And he was saying now, because we talked about last night that AWP didn't notify the parents, but then we seen pictures of AWP with the father and the granddad out there, and they're watching the vehicle being pulled out the water. Yeah. Like, I don't know how he could come out there and say these.
Kareem, that's why I hope the MAIT report has a lot of reenactments in it.
These things.
Look, I expect this report to be like 1,000 pages based upon what we know. There better be at least like 400 or 500 pages, because this is one hell of an investigation. Censors all.
We tried to reach out to family prior to our investigation. However, sometimes
I want to know about the censor to the center seatbelt too.
Who we need to. In the video, who we contact is Lori, and she's the aunt, and then the grandma Sally.
Gloria and
so that's
Sally.
Who that y'all contacted.
We contacted them.
And is that
first.
Before you went out there? Like, is that the
Grandma Gloria and Sally?
I believe Doug was in touch with Lori the entire time, but we couldn't get in contact with the father, nor could we get in contact with the mother.
Isn't that crazy?
It wasn't shortly after that we found Kiely that the father was on his way.
Nobody was willing to let them get in contact with the family, which is crazy as hell to me. And how do they stop people from banding together and telling the truth? They divide and conquer you.
Wait.
Yeah.
What they do, told the family, That's why I think there was animosity towards AWP. They had to create it. It's how you divide and conquer. Look at how they split up AWP. It's how you divide and conquer.
And then did AWP speak with the father when he got there?
Yeah. We told him everything that we knew.
Oh, okay. So
and the sick alleged pedo is the one still making all this mad profit.
What I think
it's crazy to me that he's still working in California.
The investigator thinks there's foul play too.
Working on kids' cases.
And I lean towards foul play, and it sounds like you lean towards foul play.
Yeah.
But I think the police. What do you think the police are? I don't know. I think it's going to be just it was a tragic accident. I don't think the police are going to go diving too deep into the kids.
If it's not that it's a best case scenario, but if it's an accident, I think that would be best, because it's different when you're like, oh crap, like here I am, I'm in the water, versus
look, his shit's blowing up. Look, Carson has said too much. You see how everybody's blowing him up? You hear all his devices going off right now. First his phone, now his other device, now his other device. You seeing it all happen?
It was a tragic accident. I don't think the police are gonna go diving too deep into the kids.
If it's an not that it's a best case scenario, but if it's an accident,
now his phone's going off again.
I think that would be best, because it's different when you're like, oh crap, like
he didn't respond there.
I'm in the water.
Now his other device is gonna go off.
Your life.
See that?
Yeah.
See that?
Yep.
But just being in that hatch, it gives me an uncomfortable feeling.
Cut.
Because
Stop talking.
it's so hard to get back there. I mean, I know, short of pulling my seats down,
like,
I
oh,
went
shit.
out to
Oh,
mine,
shit.
which is an Equinox. It's similar in body style, but not exact. But I
He's
looked
like,
at
oh, time to
everything,
go.
and you're right.
Time to wrap it up.
It's difficult. But she was a small, thinner girl, you know. But it does have the hallmarks of maybe she went back there to pass out and somebody else got a hold of her vehicle.
This is one more question. Is this common for bodies to float to the back of the vehicle?
If you take a look at the vehicle in question, you know, it's a Honda CR-V. The cabin space is much more buoyant than a sedan. With there being a hatchback, it's very possible that when the vehicle went in, it flipped, and then the most buoyant part of the vehicle is the back. Naturally, for the body will.
Interesting. So there is there's still a possibility that this could just be an accident.
Absolutely.
He's tense as fuck now.
But anyways, I'm gonna have to.
Yep, I gotta go now. Bye.
Appreciate
See
your time.
that?
Thank you so much for hopping on here and giving us some insight.
I think it was super important to go over those. I'm sorry that my live got split in two. It is what it is. I'm gonna hop off here for tonight, y'all. Thank you for being here. Hit that thumbs up. If not, that's cool. I don't mind if you don't. I just know I want to keep this information out there. We're going to keep going over videos, y'all. I think it's super important to focus on the beginning, everything surrounding it at the beginning, and less on the wild speculations, information people think that is fresh and new and coming out and connect. No. We're gonna stay focused, y'all. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. I will see you tomorrow night. Justice for Kiely, Rodni.